Right now, Nintendo is riding on a massive high with the release of the Mario movie and the new Zelda game coming up, and Nintendo's farmed so much goodwill. It's like they have max karma in Fallout 3 because they gave out so much purified water that they drowned the entire wasteland. So Nintendo's doing what they do best, absolutely ruining the goodwill by going after fans that only enjoy their work and promote it and make people enjoy it even more. We all know that Nintendo's not always been the most up-to-date with the internet. It took them a while before they allowed people to even upload videos from their games. Trust me, if you were a content creator about 10 years ago like I was, then you understand the struggle and the process of, oh, can't upload this video, it got claimed again, and oh, okay, they took down that one, that's not great, and oh, there was a song in this that Nintendo really specifically didn't want in any content. All right, we're gonna have to take that one down. But over the past few years, they've been better at it. They released guidelines, said you can make content on all of our games, it's fine. Until now. Recently, a content creator that I'm very friendly with, Point Crow, released a mod for Breath of the Wild, a multiplayer mod, because there's no multiplayer mod inside the game, there's no way to play with your friends, so they decided, let's do it on our own. Let's create all the code on our own, everything custom, it doesn't infringe on any copyrights, and let's make a way where people can play the game together and make some really cool content on it. So they did that, and Nintendo was very, very mad. They looked at it and they said, what, fun that's not Nintendo sanctioned? We didn't allow you to have this fun. You have to have fun the way that we want you to, and no fun any other way. And they took down some of the videos. Now, this is a pretty bad situation for Point Crow. I'm gonna play some clips for a video that he uploaded explaining the whole situation, but I recommend that you go and watch the whole video over on his channel because he explained it really in depth, but let's just hear what the basics are of what happens.
Most recently, I modified The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to become a multiplayer game. To be clear, I have never encouraged piracy of Nintendo's games. The mods that I've commissioned are not being sold, and all of the code is custom, meaning that they are free of Nintendo assets.
So you can dump your own versions of the game, which is perfectly legal to run on things like emulators. There's no piracy involved in that. And the code, like he explained, is stuff that he made, or he and his team of programmers created, so that would be completely separate from the game, but it would still allow you to play multiplayer, which just sounds like a good idea. It just sounds cool, doesn't it? Well, Nintendo didn't think so. Point Crow created a few videos on the Breath of the Wild multiplayer mod, and just after he released it to the public, this happened.
Rather than bundle the videos all into one copyright strike, Nintendo issued a copyright strike for one video and then bundled the other three into another strike.
So Point Crow got 2 copyright strikes on his channel, which is, if you're a YouTuber, you kind of understand this, cataclysmic. Basically, what happens if you get 3 copyright strikes on your channel is you get wiped off the face of the earth. You turn into Megaton and you blow up. You're a stain on the ground, like if you play Elden Ring blindfolded with one hand on your controller, and also you're me, so you suck. So why did they issue 2 strikes instead of 1? They could have bundled all of the videos, that was the offending thing, and said, no multiplayer, copyright strike that, but they didn't. They bundled it into 2 different strikes. I can't speak to exactly how they're feeling, but to me, this comes off as a threat. This comes off as, we could have destroyed you. We could have wiped you off the face of the earth, but we chose not to. But remember that we could have. And at any point, they can come back and they can do it again. But the problems don't just end there. So after that, Point Crow sends an email to Nintendo saying, hey, what's going on with this? You give me some copyright strikes. It's not too awesome, actually. And then this happens.
So the next day, Nintendo claimed 24 more of my videos from my channel. Most of them are modded content. A lot of them are Breath of the Wild, but not all of them are. This is key. They also claimed videos containing footage from Super Mario Odyssey, the Pokemon series, and Wii Sports Resort from my channel.
So they claimed 24 more videos, which means that they blocked the viewing worldwide, I believe, and they also claim any revenue from those videos as well. It's not the same as a copyright strike. It doesn't immediately blast you off the face of the earth, but claiming is still pretty bad. You don't want that to happen. Your video can't be watched and you can't make any revenue from it. But isn't this list weird? Doesn't this not make any sense? 24 random videos the day after Point Crow sends an email to Nintendo like, hey guys, what's going on? Maybe we can sort this out. They claim a random Pokemon Violet video. They claim a Mario Odyssey video. They claim a Wii Sports video. of all things. And also, they claim a Breath of the Wild video that has no modded content in it whatsoever. It's just a random challenge video, marrying Sadie onto a bookshelf to create Hyrule's first car. I don't have a clue what that means. I've never played Breath of the Wild, but still, that has nothing to do with modding the game whatsoever. 24 random videos that they went out and picked out from his whole channel and said, we're gonna take all of these down. Again, I don't know what to say from their actual intentions, but it feels, again, like a warning. For some reason, they want nothing to do with a discussion. They just want to, I guess, ruin his livelihood for reasons that I can't possibly understand. It doesn't make any sense. Now, if you're a sweaty little bootlicker with no friends, you may say, well, Daniel, what if it's against the terms of service? What if it's against their guidelines? I mean, they're modding the video game. Isn't that terrible? Isn't that really, really bad? Well, PointCrow goes on to explain what the actual guidelines of Nintendo uploaded content are. For example, what types of content are acceptable. We encourage you to use Nintendo game content and videos and images that feature your creative input and commentary. For example, Let's Play videos, video game reviews, etc., etc. I would say that challenge videos would fall under Let's Play videos, or creative input and commentary would be anything that PointCrow has done, because it is incredibly creative, one of the most creative channels that I've seen on YouTube, and of course, it has commentary on it. A lot of commentary. Oh, yeah, I can hear the sweaty nerd again from the basement. He's saying, oh, well, modded content! That's bad! As he takes turns between licking the boot of Nintendo America and Nintendo Japan. But PointCrow talks about that as well.
You might argue that modded content is in violation of these guidelines, but historically, that's not the case. The terms of service for The Legend of Zelda says you cannot modify the game.
Oh, there's the smoking gun, guys! We got him! No modifying the game! That's it, GG's, wrap it up, it's over. But wait.
But it also says that you cannot stream it, you cannot make videos of it, and you cannot otherwise broadcast it. Nintendo's game content guidelines changes this, though, by providing a license on top of the existing terms of service, which modifies the terms of service for content creators. All of the videos that they have taken down are in compliance with their own policies.
I mean, just look at the policies right here. They're right here. We reserve the right to remove any content that we believe is unlawful. It's not. Infringing. Not really. Inappropriate are not in line with these guidelines. So really, the only kind of leg they had to stand on is that they reserve the right to remove inappropriate content. What does inappropriate mean? I don't know. Does it mean Zelda being naked? Is that the kind of inappropriate we're talking about? Or is it just whatever Nintendo decides is inappropriate on the day? When they come into the office in the morning, they're like, what is appropriate today? We're just gonna figure it out because we have any kind of leeway we want. We can say whatever we want to. It's awesome. And what is this all for? Why are you doing this? What does this do to harm you? There's 55 million views of free advertisement for your products, showing people how they can have fun on your products, showing people that if they acquire things in the legal way, which was completely legal, there was no piracy involved whatsoever, and again, even the custom code was completely custom and had nothing to do with the code of Legend of Zelda to begin with, they can have more fun. All this will do is encourage more people to go out and buy the games. I personally would have bought the game if I did one of these streams. I haven't bought Breath of the Wild yet. I haven't bought Breath of the Tears of the Kingdom. And honestly, I don't know. I'm not much of a Zelda fan. I don't really care that much. I thought the Tears of the Kingdom trailer looked good. But if this is how they're going to treat content creators, then I don't want to play their game. That's fine. I'll play a different game. I know it's probably going to be really good. I don't care that much. This would have pushed me to maybe playing more of it. If Nintendo had a stance that was friendlier to the people that make free content promoting their games that make people enjoy it, that people enjoy watching, and encourage them to engage more with their franchises, then I'd be like, oh, that's awesome. Nintendo's on our side. They love us. Like, everything is cool and happy and fun. I'm going to play their games. It's going to be great. But now I'm just like, well, why? I don't really care all that much. So it pushes people like me to the side. But regardless about just making a profit, it wasn't just PointCrow that was affected. For example, another content creator, Croton, tweeted out, Nintendo just nuked 10 of my streams and 2 videos off the face of the platform. No answers, no context, just copyright removal. And one of these videos has nothing to do with mods, it was just a challenge run. So they're nuking videos off the platform and they don't even know what they're taking down at this point. I can't understand this. This boggles my mind. What kind of benefit do they hope to get from this? To threatening content creators, to destroying their livelihoods for absolutely no reason. I know Nintendo of Japan has always been super backward, but this is Nintendo of America, and it might be the Japanese company speaking to the American company saying, you have to do this because we have new Zelda game coming out, so we have to wipe the face of the earth of all Breath of the Wild content because what people might get it confused. I'm trying to find the thought process here. Maybe they think that if people see multiplayer mods on Breath of the Wild, they think there's going to be multiplayer in Tears of the Kingdom, which doesn't make any sense. because you have to have the brain age of negative 2-year-old to be able to come to that conclusion. Or maybe they think all of their fans are just completely brain dead idiots. Like I said, this isn't a new thing. A Pokemon theme song Revenge was created by Smosh in 2010 because in 2005 they made a parody cover of the Pokemon theme song and it got taken down. It got copyright strikes, so they made a revenge one where they parodied the Pokemon song again and then dared them to sue them, which I thought was kind of funny. The worst thing about this is that Nintendo is always the company to do this kind of thing when they don't have to. There's so many video game companies out there that truly have a good relationship with their fans. I'll make some examples here. Creative Assembly makes the Total War video games, encourages modding because they know that it brings more life, that it brings more enjoyment to the people that create it. It engages more people, it gets them invested in the games. It allows them to play in different ways, it allows them to play in the ways that they enjoy playing. Bethesda, again, over the past few years, a little bit less so, but very, very, very fan-friendly. Encourages modding of the games because, again, they know it makes people enjoy it more, invests them more, and it allows them to play more. And I can't think of many drawbacks other than maybe some Nintendo lawyers just sitting there spaffing over how maybe the creative intellectual property will be damaged by this because someone will see a mod where there's a Booba Zelda with titties out and then everyone will cry and get mad because Booba Zelda. Anyway, it completely boggles my mind. It's really dumb. I hate it and I hope that they'll stop it soon. Hopefully they'll reverse their decisions and hopefully Point Crow will be able to get those strikes removed from this channel because that is devastating for a YouTuber. Make sure you go and watch his video. Let me know what you think about the whole situation. And please, Nintendo, I know you're not watching this, but on the off chance, maybe consider turning things around a little bit because these are people that absolutely adore your games. They want to make content on your games because they love them so much and they want to share that love with other people around the world. Let's stop pretending for a second that it's going to damage your IP because we all know it won't. And let's embrace the content creators. I promise you, things would be so much better if you did.